There is a little bit of a stream delay, so there is a delay between when I actually speak and when you'll be able to hear it. So okay, that should have fixed it. Should have fixed it. Here's the keyword. What the hell is this? Alright, I think that I have to keep getting rid of these Boolean artifacts until I can continue. Alright. Fantastic. Is the music also back up? Alright, fantastic. Well, in that case we can continue. As I said, this part isn't the most interesting. This is just the fixing the Boolean artifacts, which is boring, but it has to happen. I hear the next Game of Thrones season is also coming out soon. That'll be great. They did. See? That damn thing was hiding. They did kind of pick just the wrong time to bring it out, though, since I do want to spend significant time on the Executor. But I have to say, even if I'm busy, for Game of Thrones you just make time, right? Soon TM indeed. Wait, so which one of these is actually correct? I don't actually know. I am going to start a ventilator here, because it's getting really hot here. So bear with me. I hope that it won't be too audible. It should actually barely be audible. I don't think you guys can hear that. I think this is the correct one. Yes. Let's see, we don't have any... Yes, we do. Can we fix this using the target weld? Yes, we can. Good. That means we can select the whole thing later and then just target weld the whole... that did not work as intended. Remove you. Select you. Remove. Select you. Remove. It should have maintained the bottom polygon. Yes. A polygon, by the way, I keep saying that word, is a... it's a face with several sides to it. Poly means multiple, and gon, I don't actually know what that means, but it basically means a face with multiple sides. For example, this whole thing is a polygon. This one, that's the top of the top armor, and this is the bottom one of the armor. That's what that word means. Okay, where was I? I was here. I wish I could skip this part, I really do. This is literally just fixing mistakes that the computer made because the computer can't do this properly. This isn't even something important, like deciding on dimensions or something. It's just fixing the computer's errors. But it must be done. Oh, what was it again? The narrator of The Darkest Dungeon says. Rooting out corruption is an endless battle, but it is one that must be fought. I think that was it. The game has many great quotes, by the way. Executed with impunity. And other such gems. I hope that preserved the polygon. Yes, it did. Why can I not delete this? Oh, wait, what the hell is that? No idea. Just delete it. Can I delete this and not lose the top? No. Okay. You go. Wait, what? Did I not just... Ah, I was wondering. No, stay in your location. I'm going to check the bottom after this, because I'm not convinced that this is not ruining something. Okay. So there's a duplicate here. There isn't. Why does this not attach? Execute. Indeed. Darkest Dungeon is amazing. I know! It's one of those rare gems who appear out of nowhere. Yes, I know, and it comes out of early access too. The Steam Early Access program, which has created some of the worst shit in the world. Truly. The Darkest Dungeon also came out and it was amazing. Let's see, where are we? Here. No? Huh? Seems to still function. I'm also going to save real quick. Because even though we do have that auto back system, which I explained earlier, creates an auto backup of every model you are working on, every, I think it is 5 minutes. Having to rely upon that for your save files to work is generally not a great idea. So, it's also a time of shame when you have to open the auto back files. Okay, that doesn't work. Is there a polygon here? No, that doesn't exist, so we just do this. I have no idea how it managed to create this face. Apparently that's part of it. So can I delete this and maintain the top polygon? No. That is a problem. Oh, no, wrong button. That's the top. Do we still have the bottom? Yes. Where are we? Ah, there. And then comes the time, almost, when we get to target weld the whole thing. Or, weld, sorry. Not target weld. Ah, more art. Wait, what? Why is this? Ew, that's nasty. This is nasty for one reason. Notice how this line and this line runs parallel, but it apparently created a random poly here, which, if attached, probably makes this whole thing not parallel. I'm not actually sure if it does. Should check that out. Oh no, wait, that is... Okay, never mind. It didn't just create one out of nowhere. Well, it did, but it was the other one. Can we maybe change this to some different music? Let's listen to some Morrowind music, shall we? And we'll queue up Skyrim's right after that. Because let's be honest, the Elder Scrolls does have some of the best music. And now we press this, and then we go to weld. Wow, that almost looks like it saves us a bunch that shouldn't be saved. We can actually test if that is or isn't breaking the ship later on. Like now. We simply stretch this out, and if everything appears to be okay, that's in order. Yeah, nope, seems to work. No weird glitches, issues. It's better to catch them early on than later. It's better to check every part of your work when doing booleans than just thinking, oh, I'll deal with it later, and then at a later date have like all these problems stacked up which you have to fix. That's really demotivating. So I prefer to just do it now. Let's see, are these actually connected? Where did this come from? God damn you, 3ds Max. Okay, do we have any other nasty surprises here? No, that seems to be it. Then we symmetry, we convert back to editable polling, and we keep, well, we keep checking for a bit actually. As I said, this is one of the most important parts. The model has to be technically sound, otherwise you're going to run into issues later. Okay. No, seems to be in order. Okay, so we now have a cutout of the superstructure. Alright, so some comments. My partner and I were thinking about, instead of upgrade the actual LMO exporter, which we can't unless Petroglyph gives us permission, on doing our own for making it work with the newest versions of Autodesk. The thing is it really worth the trouble? And for that I mean, it will really help others out there. Also, Aradi said this you could render your own Executor Ortho view in the model from Fractal on Sci-Fi. I know, but then we're just basically let's get rid of this stack here. At that point, we're basically making Fractal Sponges Executor, and I really want to make my own actually this time. So I'm just going to not do that, I think. On the LMO importer and exporter, I do think, well, here's the thing, right? This is 3ds Max 16. It works 100 times better than 3ds Max 8 or 9, which we have to use for LMO importer and importing and exporting. If we could get a functional exporter and importer for 3ds Max 16, it would save us a lot of trouble, because it would mean we can do all the rigging of ships, and exporting of course, in 3ds Max 16. This would save us a lot of hassle, because 3ds Max 8 is so old that it will not, well, not functionally, run on modern systems anymore. For example, I run Windows 10 and I have to restart my PC up to Windows 7 to actually do any rigging, which means bones and attaching shaders and textures to the ship. It's not a very long process, but it is still quite annoying to have to switch every time you want to try something else, or you are in game in. Hey, Bremy, welcome to the stream, sir. Every time you want, you notice in game there is an issue with one of your ships and you want to make an alteration, no matter the slightest difference, you have to restart your PC, start Windows 7, start 3ds Max 8 again, and then change it, make the change you want to make, export the ship, and then convert back to Windows 10, start the game, see if it worked. That's kind of annoying. If we had a importer and exporter for 3ds Max 16, this wouldn't be an issue. However, I have worked with Shimra, which is a programmer, who tried to create a LMO importer, I think it was exporter for 3ds Max 16, and we actually got so far that it successfully exported. The object was successfully openable in the ALO viewer, which is a third-party program which we can use to open a model and view it as if it was in-game. But there was an issue with the bone locations, I think it was, and I think there was some other stuff. No idea, but anyway, we eventually quit. So sadly, that was the end of the LMO exporter and importer for 3ds Max 16. If someone else is willing to make one, obviously the entire modding community would be very thankful. But that will take significant time. Okay, so I'm kind of now thinking, where are we going with this? What now? I mean, alright, so in 4 hours time we created basically 2 armor plates which represent the top and the bottom, general outline. We haven't gotten anywhere close to all the detailing and such that we're going to be putting on here later. But it's a good start. And we have the middle, which was the imported, the merged superstructure template. The tileable one, which we then tiled and put in here. What we still have to do with this is, well, change the whole front. Could we do that now? No, I don't think now's the time. Good to know. Don't worry about the time. Yeah, well, I mean, it would be great if someone could actually make one. Let's see. Let me get a reference picture from, let's see, the superstructure just builds from out here. What does the studio model say? The studio model says attach superstructure directly to the armor. Makes sense. This is wider. This even has an elevated area here. That's interesting. Can we see that in more detail? Somewhere else? Here. I'm just trying to think of what best I can do now. It does have an elevated area here. Or no, it does not. That is just the continuation of this, which is simply a small inset and then an extrusion of the armor. But we can't do that until we have the insets on the sides of the armor itself. How did I do that on the Titan? You get down to there, please. Same with you. Here I actually changed it. I don't think that looked great. I did think this looked good. Which is inset and then create. I actually forgot how I made this. That's unfortunate because this actually worked really well. How did I do this? I think I first created a few boxes and then booleaned the whole thing. I don't think that's good enough. Could of course just select this whole thing, and if there are no more bugs in the boolean structure, then we could just use the inset right now. To about here, which is give a view of the top. That's not clear enough. There's actually a significant amount of space between here. A lot of space. A lot more than on regular. Guess we could try. And then we do run into issues here. That is fixable though. Okay, so if I do this, will that mess up the triangulation at all? We go to editable patch. No, that doesn't seem to alter it at all. Good. That means we can simply attach this there. Ooh, that's not in the middle. How's this not in the... whatever, we'll check that later. Let's actually attach these to each other for now. Inset by the same amount. There is no clear elevation here though. I think that might already be... no wait, it might be just... good enough. We'll see. Honestly, it's barely visible. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Especially since we're going to inset certain parts of this. In the same way that I did on the Titan. Let's see if I can compare so that I can explain what I'm going to do here. So we have the bottom plate, say this, and we have the top plate here. The bottom plate here is this very small line here, which also runs in here, but this will have to be created later specifically for the Executor. What I'm going to try to do is see if I can inset this in the same way that I inset this, which is where I cut into the large plate, so it had to go pretty far. And then later I can add the smaller pieces back into the gaps. This will cause the same effect where we have these extruded parts, which have the thin plate and the large plate, and while the intruded parts still have the full plate and the smaller plate. That is the plan anyway. And I'm not even sure if I have to do this booleaning now or later. You can make those layers separate and then elevate the trench. Not sure what you mean by that. That way you will also get your bigger trench? I don't understand. Sorry. mic goes off randomly. That's probably because of the noise gate. I can move the mic a bit closer and then it shouldn't do that anymore. Should being the keyword. It also isn't a lot of elevation. Another option is to not at all have these areas, though I kind of like them, and instead just make this one large elevation. So that does detract from the detail, and I'm not sure if I like that. Can I actually do this? Here being the line and here being the superstructure, that will just work. And with just, I mean that is going to be cutting it very close on these settings. So I think I'm just going to... Where's this? Okay. I'm just going to be undoing what I did. Though I might keep the incense. Let's see. Right now both are selected. I can easily undo this if I want. Maybe it would be nice to do so. What advantage would it have to not do this right now? Could insert a greater part. Should make it look more like this. The reason I'm individually selecting these vertices and then moving them, like so, instead of just selecting one of the sides like this and then just scaling all of them at the same time, is because if you do that, the larger boxes such as this one, I can show that here, this one will stretch more than this one because of the size difference. And scaling works with percentages, and this you can do with absolute coordinates. Let's see, what was it again? 13.18? Has to be rather more precise than that, I'm afraid, so I'm going to... No, why is this not aligned? Figure that out later. Shit. That's the move. This is the rotate. Other side. About minus 15. Close. Close enough even. So we had minus 15. Let's see, was it too sharp? No, yes, it was too sharp, so it needs to be blunter, so it has to be subtracted. And it was 0.0. So that would make this. It's pretty precise work, but if you want to, well, have good quality work, it has to be precise. Otherwise you'll get shit. Let's see. We could do this. Just have these large swaths of area which are just so large. Like this, where there's nothing. Luckily, we have the exact percentage here. What did that do? Why didn't that do shit? I do hate this sort of shit sometimes. Rotate, transform, apply. Doesn't do it. Also doesn't do it. Because I had a space in the middle. Right. I like one large part in the back. Is this one small enough? I think so. Set it again. We're going to run into another issue if we inset this too far and we actually go further than the superstructure is. I did say I wasn't going to go this far, because that looks bad. But I do want to cut into this, the large part here, so that I can do what I did here. We can leave this for now, and we can, in the meantime, flatten the bottom of the superstructure. Might actually be good to do that now instead of later. Hey, Coffee, welcome back. I see much progress has been made. Oh yes, definitely. If you want good quality work, it has to be precise, otherwise you get shit. Well, I wouldn't say words of the wise, but I think it works. Be sure to copyright that sentence. Now I'll be fine. Alright, so basically what has to be done is, at least I think, is I want to have this area flat. Like this is at an angle, I want this to be flat. Good example is here. This whole thing is entirely flat. That's going to cause issues once we do run into angles. So I'm gonna have to think of where exactly do I want to keep it so flat. And where I want to, well, not. I think it has to be along here, because everything else is going to be visible. Is the greeble in the trench created from copy-paste polygons? Yes, I had a what do you call it? Not a pattern, not a panel, starts with a P. Panel, pattern. No. I don't know. I had a pre-built piece of superstructure which I had intended to use on new Star Destroyers, since I really hate doing trench superstructure on new ships, especially since you're just doing the same thing 100 times. Since I hated that, I created a tileable piece that I can copy paste to make it longer and longer and longer. And well, I used it on the Titan and I think it looked pretty good. So I wanted to use it on the Executor as well, which here you can see it on the Titan, and here it is on the Executor. On the Executor it's scaled to 2 times size. I even put that in the name so that I remember. I scaled it up twice to 2 times the size because template, thank you, template. I scaled the template up to 200% size so that now it looks a little better. I tried it with the original size, knowing that it would not look good, but hey, Emperor, welcome, welcome. Plane? Nah, the template was the wrong template. It didn't even start with a P, what the fuck, man. Sorry, my bad. But anyway, I sized it up twice. It looked better than at the regular size, and then just having it in a quad, having it be the same size. It didn't look as good, so I changed it to this. It now doesn't match up with the detail on the Titan, but honestly I think this looks good enough to where I can say close enough. And that's what I'm doing. Sometimes I wish I had a larger monitor. A little bit more real estate on the screen would be great. I'm gonna set this on slightly further. By the way, if you guys want to contribute to the Geronimo support page of the Netherlands Foundation, down below here I did add a small panel which with the Patreon page. So if you ever feel like supporting, you can feel free to hit that button. End of the shield. Anyway, back to the flattening problem. I could also just increase the width of the entire thing. If I make it end somewhere like here, make this flat, and then just move the whole rest of the thing down. I am not sure if that's a good idea. I don't know. How do I want to... It'd have to be an edge from here to there. It'd have to be flat. I'm actually thinking that's the only way to do this well. Tease the new P. Yeah. The light should make it look properly sized when they go in. Yeah, the lights will be properly sized. They'll be small as fuck, but they'll be properly sized. The lights in the grid will... Yeah, they'll be... I actually make sure to keep the lights, at least on the light grid, that I use for all my new ships, to the same size on all ships. So that the lights on the Star Destroyer are relatively a lot smaller than that on a small corvette. That way you still get the impression of size. And I think I am going to do that, what I just said that I was going to do. Let's see, where does this technically end? Oh, here, great. Wait, what? No, that's not correct. Bullshit. It starts here, with this. Okay. Okay. Where is this? This is going to look really funky, and I am not sure if this is the correct way to do it, but I am going to try. Retriangulate, please. Kill one side. Avoid any issues, just symmetry it later. Extrude to 0, because otherwise we get an angle. No, I said 0. Because otherwise we get an angle. Then we move back to here. Move this to none. Set this to down. And then we attach all of this to the same bloody thing. God, I'm happy I waited with bowlining all of this until I did this. That would have been a massive shit show if I had to do that last. Or if I had done that first. Okay, so now we have this. And we have all of these edges, which I'm going to attach this to this. Wait, I should... No, that doesn't matter. It is not relevant. Put this in here. We could make this run parallel. Oh, it's here. Okay, so this is plenty of space between the superstructure and the actual thing. So now, what we do is we set this to none. Actually, shit, we can't. Yes, we can. Just not now. Alright, we make this the same height, and we make this the same height. Should be nearly the same anyway. Almost the same. We could put this down there. Might be better. I'm going to move this whole thing forward. I'm going to set it to none. I'm going to change this to in between, where I have plenty of space to work with for the top part of the superstructure. Or I mean the front of the inset of the bridge, I mean. Well, I imagine there'd be some sort of small bridge here. Actually going to model that. It'll look nice. Alright, and now we can make all of this fit in with this. How are we gonna do that? I would have to select all of these vertices and then move them up. Can I not just ring? No. That's unfortunate. No, I think it is a 90 degrees upright. I do think it is actually tilted. Kind of makes it more menacing. Yeah. Honestly, whether it was 90 degrees or not, I wouldn't actually mind myself. I've actually tried both on when I modeled my Imperial Star Destroyer, and I found there wasn't really a noticeable difference. Well, there was a noticeable difference, but I didn't like one substantially more than the other. That's just my personal opinion, though. Feel free to try and form your own. Okay, this should be the whole thing. Okay. We're going to try to angle the camera to get this set up correctly. Let's see, how far do I have to put this up? Actually, that doesn't work. But this does. Still not there. Remember, guys, this sort of detailing does indeed matter. It's actually more important to get this sort of stuff right, these small shitty details, than it is to just finish a ship quickly. Because this is the sort of shit that's going to determine how well your ship is going to look. And this is going to have the downside that we're going to have a significant increase in the width of the armor here. How disastrous is that? Not very. We can mitigate it by cutting this off here and then making this line run all the way to here. We can do the same here. This should now function, right? Like, where's the other part? There. Oh, that's gonna give me plenty of workspace. Okay, good. But do I want to make this armor itself smaller? Because you'd think, like, you can look at this and think, well, that doesn't look bad. Here, let me symmetry it so you have the full view. Save it. You can look at this and think, well, that looks great. Look, you have the armor here, that's pretty thick. Then you have an extra level of armor there, and that's great too. But if you compare it to other Star Destroyers, you would think this armor is so bloody thick that there's no reason anyone would ever put this on a starship. This would increase the mass of your ship by putting this much metal on it by so much that it'd be ridiculous. Basically. It's those small details that I think really make or break something. Lol coffee. Here. I actually kind of wonder if I'm going to use this at all, because I'm just going to build this whole thing full of superstructure. So I might just as well cut this off here, set this around here to where you cannot notice the difference anymore, and then change the rest of the armor back to how it was. That way we still get the correct, that this is flat, and we still get the angle of the armor, yet we do not have the larger, thicker slice here. So I kind of like it, actually. What did I just do? Okay, we're back. Still going? Still going. Actually, I have to talk myself out of keeping it like this, because I actually like the look of this. Even though it isn't correct. What I most wonder about this Executor is how weapons are going to be handled. Well, we're gonna have to wait quite a bit for that. First I have to actually build the whole ship, and then we can get to the coding. The double layer does add some details. Yes, I agree. The Executor itself will be handled very differently from oh yeah, that's in response. Adds depth. Imagine it being one big piece. Sorry. Well, on one hand, yes, it's a big piece, but you have to imagine, like, this isn't one slice of metal. Like, this is comprised of many separate armor pieces. Oh, but I do like the thickness here. I mean, God, now I have to talk myself out of this. And that's difficult because I like this. Because this is exactly the width that these armor plates have. So now I'm like, well, technically it could work. Fuck it, I'm sticking with this. I like this way too much. Sorry, brain. I failed you. I do want to see if the... Okay. Let's see. If I move this up to the exact point here. This is... whatever. 3 whatever. And if I do the same here... Why can't I see that? Because it's perfect, see? Oh, it even fits. Okay. Okay, I actually wasn't successful in talking myself out of this. I'm going to keep it like this. Shameful display, I know. Shameful display. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing to the bottom, only this time it's going to be much faster because we already know what the hell we're going to do. As I'm jumping around this massive starship with my camera. Which also isn't easy, by the way, since this ship is so long, every time you slightly move the camera, everything rotates very far. And you have to constantly keep moving. This goes here, and then that goes there. That's not the axis that I was looking for. That's the axis I was looking for. This is also why I've currently confined the screen to one viewport instead of my usual 4, even though I did just say that having only one really is almost impossible to work with. Okay, it's attached to edge, so there shouldn't be an issue here. Then we detach from edge. And we... where's the other one? Somewhere here. There. Is that it? That's it. Actually going to hide the superstructure for now. Hide selection, hide selection. Wait. This will make it a lot easier. Okay, go to here, and then we hopefully still have this selected. Yes. Go to here. Let's see, does this actually... Yes, and now we just simply extrude this by 0, because if we don't extrude this by 0 and we do this, we get this at an O. Let's see if we can find it. We get this angle, and we do not want this angle. In fact, that's absolutely what we do not want. We want this to be exact, so we extrude it by 0 and then we manually move this up. So now we do, if we look at this, we now do not have an angle. That's why I'm doing this. I think I made a terrible mistake. Let's see if I extrude the whole thing. Otherwise we keep the length, but we can keep the width. No. Hang on. No, I want to see the bottom. Bottom of the engine. No, it only has the top. So it's not wider. See, it is thinner. This also is. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so we've got good news and we've got bad news. The good news is that we now successfully have created a flat piece like this. If we can go to... This is now flat. Everything between the superstructure is now flat. That's the good news. The bad news, and I'm going to have to enlarge this again as much as I hate to do it, is we now have this piece. I was thinking maybe we can just put the whole thing up. Like make the whole thing wider. This would cause this whole bottom armor to have the same width as this. But the problem is that the top does not have that, so I cannot do that. Unless I just choose this piece, which also isn't accurate to the reference. Let's see if we can... At least I don't think it is. No, this piece is just thin. see. I have to think for a bit. Hang on. Okay, so fixing this problem is going to, one, take very different music than what we're currently listening to. Namely this. And then I think that I'm going to actually keep this as it is. That's so bad. No, because I can go alongside. And this would be almost unnoticeable. Can't do a quick fix like I did here. Because this is angled backwards instead of forwards. Actually forwards instead of backwards, but you probably see what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to leave one tiny stupid imperfection on this ship so far, which is this. Which I can't eloquently get rid of. Actually, I could, yeah, I could technically do this there, and no, doesn't work. It's not good enough. That's not good enough. Okay. So, good thing, we can now actually finish the superstructure. Well, I say finish, but it's a little bit of a big word to use for that. I could just size this down like slightly and then it would fit. I think I'm going to permit myself to do that slight technical imperfection. To just move it down slightly. How much does it have to be moved down in order to fit? Like 1.5. Okay. Y minus 1.5. $1.5. Different side, please. You can go again. Oh, look at that, guys. Well, except for the fact that there actually is no background, so this is just a little... I should actually fix that. I can fix that right now. Why not? How? Along which angle? Along the exact angle which we just did. Rhetorical questions, guys. I ask them to myself a lot. Don't know why, but I do. Let's see. So we're going to create a... Actually, we don't even need to. We can just take plane from here, copy it, enlarge it. We're done. We're done so. Boom. Height here. Stretch from top to bottom. Going to give you... I don't actually know at which point I want to start the cut out. Probably somewhere like here or something. Let's start it here. also don't know how far back I have to take this. I think this works, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take it all the way up here. And I'm going to put it here. Oh wait, that's not actually necessary because this is here. That's good to know. But where does it end? I have no clue, so I'm just gonna park this right here. Actually, wait, I can see where it is. There we go. So I'm just gonna park this right here. And then say, well, good enough. So now this whole thing is now closed. Well, except for here, but we're going to be cutting this whole thing out. So, let's see. That is up to here, which means we can delete everything from here on, including all this. I'm not sure if this works. In fact, I'm very sure that this doesn't. This is such... Film has super agreeable. Oh yes. Insert brainwave music. Yeah. Hey, Go Sniper. Welcome to the stream. I've been missing you. I was wondering where you were. At least you don't have to build a... Yeah, I know, I've seen it. It's pretty fucking amazing. I'm actually still hoping that gets built sometime. Okay, let's just... share. There. Nope. And you guys, well, you don't really have a fucking thing to turn to, so I'm just going to manually place you because you don't have an edge to follow. Close enough, and now we save. This is the most dangerous part of model building, looking at the polygon counter, then feeling ashamed and quickly clicking it away. "10,000 triangles." Alright, so now we feel ashamed and we click it away. Obligatory shaming. Okay. I really hate that I don't have a larger monitor to do this on. I thought the Titan was annoying because every time I panned around the Titan, you lose like stuff like in the front and you can't see the back anymore, and every time you pan around this ship you can't see certain parts, which if you do that with an Imperial class you don't have that issue. You can see it from every angle and you still can see the detail. If you're trying to do that with the Executor, like you pan around the front, like you lose everything else. It's terrible. Okay, so we have successfully gotten the superstructure in place, and I can now start building this part here, which, I mean, get this up slightly. Like this in itself is as large as like a third of a Star Destroyer, but can put a lot of Greedling in there. What's this? Oh, we can stretch that out to there. Okay. By the way, guys, full disclaimer, there will come a time when I say, guys, I'm kind of done with building and thinking about modeling techniques and stuff, and at which point I will probably say, sorry guys, I'm done streaming for now, I'm done building the ship, and then I'll continue at some other time. I actually still haven't decided whether or not I want to stream the entire build, actually most likely not, and at which times I will be streaming. What do you guys think would be a good schedule to do this? Like once every other day? So like one day streaming, then one day don't, then one day do, then one day don't. Anyone's any suggestions for that? Sam was watching it years ago. Yes, I know. I actually was waiting for the completed project when the first pictures came. Ooh, my all-time favorite Lego build. Yeah, $30,000 though. That's not cheap. That's insane. Yes, you do also need serious support, and I'm thinking super glue. Would have gotten here sooner, but I stayed up too late and I slept through the alarm. No problem. I'm still here, so I've been streaming for fucking 5 hours now. Holy shit. And we've just finished the top. Let me just, before I continue, let me just see what we actually did in 5 hours of time, okay? So we built the bottom part of the superstructure, we built the top part of the bottom part of the armor. The top part of the armor, we built the insets, we built the unhide, the indents, which we haven't even completed. Nice selection. We have the trench greebling done, but that's only because we had the template to work with. Not even this part. And that's it. That's 5 hours of modeling, guys. I hope you are enjoying it so far. I won't say have enjoyed it because I do plan to at least do something, at least one more thing. It's all good. Breaks are important to rejuvenate the brain. I wholeheartedly agree. Good spell. Whatever, it suits you, G. Thanks, do appreciate it. I said one every other day. Yeah, I do think that works. Depends on what build schedule you want to keep for this. Because anytime you sit down for a long session of work, you could start streaming. I could. But I am trying to somewhat keep it regular or regulated so that people do have at least some idea of when they can come to join the stream. Because we did reach the stretch goals where people, where I would live stream the build. So I don't want to suddenly say, okay, I'm done with streaming now and no other time. So I do want to keep some sort of schedule going. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what? Like, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Like, I should just start building the top, the forward bit of the trench details, but I'm thinking of what could you add to the superstructure here, because you can, of course, add all sorts of things. There are, for example, the Titan and the, let's take the ISD, for example. The Imperial Star Destroyer has all these elevated platforms here, like this small thing. Like, you can do hundreds of those on this. Also on the bottom, of course. Which is going to break up the monotony of just the one polygon on top, and that's it. Of course, we already have the small elevation, but that's not enough, of course. See, if you look at it from this angle, you can sort of see the repetition, but if I go to perspective and I try to do the same, like, good luck ever finding the repetition. Never mind. You're never gonna find the repetition. I was like, good luck finding the repetition. It's like, nah, you're never gonna find it. Even though it is a template. Hey, going cube. That's okay. thanks for hanging out, and see you later. I'll be on Discord later, by the way, if you guys are still there. I actually hope to gain more viewers here than just 18. A little bit earlier we had a few more. But I fully understand that nobody's interested in watching this shit. Because it is slow. But I can understand if you put this on YouTube and you put it at like 8 times speed or 10 times speed and then just watch through the entire thing. Now that I could understand. It's amazing so far. Can't wait for part 2. Hey, thanks. No problem, man. See you later. As I said, hope you'll be on Discord later. I'll be. There's another issue, which is a small one, which is that these things, these pulleys, are at a slight angle, and this is not, so I might have to... Ah, that's such a small thing. Like, that's actually small enough that I'm thinking, forget it. Not sure. Should probably start thinking about what I'm gonna add here. Let's see, these pictures are no longer useful. This, not currently. This can stay. This is what I'm looking for. This can go, this can go, this can go, this can... See, in this area here, this is all filled up, but I don't want that. I think I can do something better. Maybe there are some nice pictures here of the front. No. I had some nice pictures depicting this part of the Executor, but I'm having some others nice pictures. Having a few issues finding it. It's annoying. Like this, but that's not... And I don't have this movie currently on my hard drive. So these. Anyway, it must be on force.net somewhere. Maybe under trash. Wait, this isn't... Never mind. Well, let's see, maybe it's here. Alright, well, guess I'll just wing it. So much of Republic Commander music are listening to. I don't know, there's a massive montage on YouTube. That's actually straight this one, just download it. It's... how long is it? It's about 10 minutes long, and it's the compilation of all of these themes. Hello everyone, I'm not too late. No, you're still on time. Right now. Just listening. So far we have the top armor, we have the bottom armor, and we have the trench details, the template down, and that's actually about it. That has taken 5 hours of very careful measurements and detailing. I sound kind of tired, don't I? I suppose I am. A little bit. I do want to finish the first... Try again with words. I do want to finish this part though, before I go. You know, I could just try to copy the Titan and then just add the rest later. Let's see. You can go, you can go. This is all, that must stay. This can go, that's this part, that is this part. That must stay. I think I'm going to just use this as a reference, and I'm also going to put all this down so that I can actually see the Executor in the side view. Otherwise there's not much point to having this view anyway. Look, this is the trench detailing of the Titan, right? And then that's the Executor. It's more than... how many times as thick? It's like 3 times or some shit. It's really large. I guess I could just put this in the very front. What did I just do? I locked the selection. I could put this in front. I think I'm going to try that. What's this? No idea, but it doesn't belong here. What is this? Also doesn't belong here. I want to see this from the front. I'm probably not going to use this at all on the ship, by the way. I want to see how this looks, and let's try if I can get some ideas from it. This part specifically. Okay. So this is the Titan's superstructure on the Executor. Looks really fucking small. Don't else remember that level in KOTOR? No. Was there a level in Knights of the Old Republic that used Republic Commando music? Is that even possible? When did Republic Commando come out? I'm not even sure. I don't know, but if you can remind me of that, I'd be grateful. I don't like this part here, though. I'm gonna keep that. And I'm going to delete the rest. Front. Trench detail. Why is this further forward than the rear? I have no idea, but we can fix that. Easily, even. No, I just wanted this angle. Axis. So. And that should also fix the issue that this did not line up. Mostly got rid of it. Okay. Small details, guys. Small details. Chapter 14, Medal of the Avenger. Does anyone else remember? Was that level in quarter 1 or 2? I don't remember. Here's the music. I have no idea. I have not played quarter 2 as much as I have quarter 1, though. I used to play that all day as a child, so... When you said that, I was like, wait, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Would be nice though, it's not bad music at all. Though I am longing to put some music on that's going to shatter some people's ears. Fuck, let's do that. Lose half the viewers. So, now that's music, guys. Alright, I'm gonna have to kind of plan this out. Executor, blah blah blah, trench detail. Yeah. I actually had a real cool art shipyard mesh that I built a long time ago. Not specifically for this, but... Let's see if I can actually show that. Ah, fuck it. Some stupid bullshit. Alright, so... we have a large singular piece here, which moves forward, and then it extends from the sides, with several layers built on top. Let's see if I can build that. This ship is so fucking large. I mean, damn. Let's see. Now move this forward. It seems to be quite high. The whole thing. Not that high. Just this. Oh yes, Mass Effect. Oh yes. We were listening to a bunch of Mass Effect music earlier. Apparently a lot of people didn't like it when I put Mass Effect music in the mod itself. Those people need to get better music tastes. Just so you know, guys, after this part, when this is finally done, this section here, I think I will quit streaming. I'm not sure if I'm going to quit building, but I am going to quit streaming. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but... Let's see. I want to keep you, I want to keep you. specifically in between. Oh shit, this doesn't have a rear face. Okay, how's this? Not bad. Not terrible. It does need... I could extend the rear part. I think I'm actually going to do that. Okay. You know, that explains why the music in your mod sounded so familiar. Oh yes, there's a few Mass Effect tracks in the mods. Or in the mod. I had some guy leave a whining review that he wanted Star Wars music when a Star Wars game. Because I have Code Geass music. That's also not bad music. I'll keep saying it. However, there are of course people with different opinions, and, well, much like assholes, everybody has one, and they're not necessarily pretty or pleasant to look at, or to hear. So they can oftentimes be ignored. Keep several parts the same on the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to make some differences. Left and right. No face there. The part I hate the most. Random greeting. With no rhyme or reason, just greebling. So does this have a rear? Does it not? It does. Good. Well, hey, Shim, you're still here. Well, it's not that I hate anime music in general or something, it's just that I dislike anime. I never ever watch it, and I can't personally stand it. I only ever watched one series, and I barely made it through that. And yeah, quite frankly, I can't take it seriously, so I don't watch it, sorry. I will much rather watch a series like Westworld or Game of Thrones or something like that, or Mr. Robot. Something live action. I prefer that a lot more. I mean, the music separately can be amazing music. I just say that I don't like the media of anime, personally. I called into question because I doubt they will simply copy-paste music from different Star Wars games into SWTOR. Indeed. Yeah, me and Jer have shared our love that I could stand that one. Partially because I had just started it on someone's recommendation, I don't even know how or what. And I just finished it, and I never watched another anime again. Just look at this Kadalbe. Yeah, that was heavily inspired by the Hadron cannons. Here I am again. Told you I'd pop in and out for a few minutes every now and then. Yeah. I mean, enjoy your stay, I guess. For as long as you stay. I'm running into the same problem that I frequently run into when greebling. Namely that it just looks like a bunch of boxes with no real synergy. That's something that I am very bad at, that Elrati is very good at. Sorry. And I still hope to learn that from you one day. Back. I could start here and then just attach it to one of these. Actually, I could use this one, stretch it all out to there, deleting this one in the process. No, but I can move it back. No, we don't want that. Wait, why is this one here? Don't know, okay. And specifically, one that's flat. Something flat that stretches all along this ridge. Guess we could. No, we can't. Because that looks bad. Let's see. Could just start one. So we could actually make it like so, but Ah, we can make it as an... Okay, that's how we're going to do this. I understand now. Now I want you. Just this one. We're going to do it on both the top and the bottom. Both areas. If I can find the other one. I have to say I'm a lot less talkative than I was when we first started the stream, but obviously I do get tired after streaming for almost 6 hours. I hope you'll be able to understand. And if you can't, well, fuck you. No. Wait, is there no... Ah, I was about to say, there should be a face somewhere on the bottom here. Which is the same as this one. Yes, which is now gone. Copy, clone, rotate. For some reason this is not symmetried, I don't know why. I will figure that out right now. That is annoying. Is the same issue present here? Yes, it is. Okay, problem solved. What about now? Well, looks like something at least. Not my best work by a landslide, but for now it'll do. Probably gonna redo this. And I think I'm actually gonna quit. For now. Let's see, I could change. Nah. Let's end it here. So. Let's read the comments. Complaining about the OC music. Are they daft? Hey man, you never know. Other music for video game series do you guys like? Oof, God. The question is directed to me, a lot of them. I've actually got a lot of video game music in my music folder, and a lot more saved on YouTube. All sorts. Let's see if I can find a few. Command & Conquer Generals, of course, Crysis, Dark Souls, Darkest Dungeon, Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect, obviously, Mass Effect. The Metal Gear Rising Revengeance soundtrack, because that is amazing. Miracle of Sound isn't technically a video game soundtrack. Bunch of Star Wars music. The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, and Morrowind, of course. World of Warcraft, because oh hot damn do they have a lot of music tracks that are pretty good. Bunch more too. Yeah, Halo, that too, great soundtrack. Ori of the Blind Forest. I haven't played it and I haven't heard the soundtrack, but I do hear it's amazing. Can you show the full model before you quit? Oh yes, I can. If You wait for a second. So far what we have done, or what I have done, is I have created the bottom armor, I have created the top armor, including some of the smaller indents and extrusions you can see here. I'm still working on the side intrusions, those will come later. I have so far done the trench detailing, which is based on a template which can be repeated, which I think actually functions quite well. If you look at the side model in orthographic view, you can see the repeat, but if I then switch to perspective and I try to do the same, well, I mean, good luck ever figuring out this is even a repetitive pattern to begin with, let alone where the seams are. Yeah, and I have tried to finish this part here, but I'm just starting to put bad stuff on the model now, so I think I'm just going to quit for now. A little bit of a perspective view. I might actually upload one of these pictures to YouTube, or to ModTV, sorry. Yeah, that's it actually. So far, that has taken almost 6 hours of modeling. Though I did take a short break in between. Yeah, that's it. That's the ship, and I'll be continuing the build some other time. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Thanks, Ghost. Much appreciated. I will post the next time I stream, I will post a picture up on ModDB, and I will post a picture up I will notify everyone on Discord. So if you follow the Discord or the ModDB page, you will be notified when next time I go live. And I stream for several hours, so if you miss the first several hours, then you'll be able to follow it later. So. Wait, what? But I just got it. Sorry, man. Hey, I did say I was going to start at 12, and it's almost 6 now. I did stream for 6 hours, so... If you missed the stream, I'm sorry. There have been people popping in and out the whole time, so... And I'm gonna post the VOD up on YouTube anyway, so... If you missed the stream and you want to watch it from the beginning, or just... I guess speedrun the whole thing, because on YouTube you can't just put it on 2 times speed, then that's possible too. So, if you missed it and still want to follow it, it'll be up on YouTube as soon as I quit the stream here. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it, guys. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for hanging out. Normally I get a lot more viewers and such on ModDB, but to actually live stream and get as much viewers still, it's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. So thanks for hanging out. And I think I'm going to take a picture of this. Which I'm going to... Let's actually first make a picture in Photoshop to upload to ModDB, shall we? It's either going to be this, or do we have another nice angle somewhere? Of course, we could pick this. Yeah, it's not a great angle. Again, anyway, this is more impressive, I think. Yeah, let's stick to this. Save as. .jpeg Executor 1. Yep. Let's upload that to ModDB, shall we? I love that I'm in the top 10 so often right now, the remake mod, so that I can just click the shortcut from here. Alright, so I'm going to edit this one. Executor Day 1 product? What do you call that? Web? Work in progress? No, Executor Day 1 progress. Progress of the Executor. Executor from the first day of streaming. You can catch the VOD and the over at. What else? Well, I have to change the picture, of course. Executor web. Thank you all for watching. And I'll be on in 2 days. No, let's make it not tomorrow, but so it's the 10th, Monday the 10th. Not caps. Again, not caps. On the again, Monday the 10th of July at 12 CST, which I have to also link the time thing to, which is this, so that people don't ask, but what time is that? CEST. Progress on the Executor on the first day of streaming. You can catch the VOD and the next live stream over at Twitch. Thank you all for watching. I'll be on again. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the whole spiel again. Thank you all for watching. Let's see if we have any other comments we can answer. If you guys want to do a quick round of questions or something, that you can also do on Discord, by the way, because I'll be on there right after this. Copy paste the post. This is the post. Now I can show the full model before we could. Yep. Neat. Oh damn. Alright, next time. Was everyone no. Damn, she thick, what? Copy paste the post. Well, that's it. And I'll be on Discord later if you guys have any questions or whatever, or wanna hang. And yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.